development in the region. And they said that, well, we are not developing in terms of infrastructure and so many other things. The region is not developing, and they were not happy about it. Again, we wanted to interrogate it and find out what they've heard, because we know that although they did not really demonstrate on the day last year because they were prevented from doing so, they sent a petition to Menchia, and so we wanted to find out from them what they have heard from Nananom and all that. And also they raised in their press release concerns about some prominent people who hail from this region, who are businessmen and politicians, and that they are also being sabotaged in a way in what they do. Now, at this point in time, because they are not here, we would like to read out the statement as they released yesterday verbatim, and Nana JC also is here. Now, having read the statement, would have some very little discussion on it as to whether, to a large extent, they are making sense or you agree with them in terms of the content in the release. And then, of course, we would like for you to share your thoughts on it. That's what we can do right now under the circumstances. So, Nana JC also, that statement, what does it state, that release?
Well, David, this is a very, very long release by the Kumasi Youth Association, that is Akuetteh, and it starts from this. It says, for the past few weeks, events unfolding in this country has given us a cause to worry as to the deliberate agenda clearly targeted at disrespecting the authority of our Asante Kingdom, first to our overlord, his council of chiefs, and also destroying trailblazing Asante businessmen and politicians of national repute. And then they mentioned a few names over here. He says the press release is categorized in three main aspects. That is the attack on Menchia Nananom Kumasi Traditional Council, aftermath of Kuya Asante Mine Chefa demonstration, and also attacks on industrial Asante high repute both in business and politics. Now, they started off that the commanding height attained by our Asante Kingdom cannot be overemphasized, hence the respect and reverence that every government here and abroad give to our Asante overlord, that is Otum, for his chiefs and we Asantes in general. However, it has come to light that some people within the corridors of power, that is government, have assumed a rather strange attitude that seeks to belittle our Asante traditional authorities, first by attacking the representation of our chiefs at the local government assemblies. Now, he says the patrons, executives, and entire members of Kuya unequivocally express our regret and disappointment in the local governance system in the greater Kumasi, that is KMA and other municipals, for strategically planning to reduce the powers of Menchia in the local governance of the greater Kumasi. Now, according to the local government, traditional leaders are accorded prominent role in Ghanaian local government, in acknowledgement that a number of district assemblies have been carved out of areas of jurisdiction of traditional authorities, and says that 9% of assembly seats are reserved for traditional leaders. So it goes on and on and on with that. And also talks about, the Asante Man Chefa demo, and he says they are saddened by malicious attempts from some appointees of the ruling party to intimidate their members, to the extent of causing some to lose their work as of the time the release was released. Now, it says Asante will stand forever and shall stand with Asante Mine till their last drop. So, David, it's a very, very, very long release. I believe we can't read all of it, but we'll go into it and then we will listen to what exactly they have to say.
Okay, so TK has joined us in the studios right now. He's the chairman for Kuya, and apparently his line has been engaged because other people, are also in talks with them. TK, good morning to you.
Good morning, Uncle Dave.
How are you doing?
By God's grace, we are managing.
All right, so we just read portions of that release that you put out in the public yesterday. Now, before we go into the release, tell us this. People might not know who Kuya is. We keep saying Kumasi Youth Association, Kumasi Youth Association. Tell us a bit about Kuya, what you stand for and what you're all about.
Thank you very much, Uncle Dave, and thank you for your team for having me this morning. And then a very good morning to your listeners, Nananom who are listening to us, patrons who have tuned into your station and listening to us. A very good morning to them. Uncle Dave, Kuya, as the name goes, Kumasi Youth Association is a body formed. Initially, we used to have Kumasi Mrantie. Traditionally, we used to have Kumasi Mrantie. And occasionally when we get to Menshia, when per the name Kumasi Mrantie, so our ladies were not able to join us. So we sat down as a group and decided to come out with the Kumasi Youth Association, which we will have also our sisters to be part of us. And the agenda is very simple: to one, protect the golden stool. When we talk of protecting the golden stool, that's the spirit of Asante, and to defend the golden stool at all times, and also to seek development for our people in education, in business, anything that will be in positive effect to the lives of the people of Kumasi. Kumasi Youth Association, for us, we used to ask ourselves, who is an Asante? An Asante is anyone who believes in the golden stool, irrespective of your background. So it is not a tribal group. It is anyone who believes in the golden stool. Okay. And anyone who looks for the development of Kumasi.
Okay. So in that release, you touch on three main things: attack on, let me say, Nananom, and then you talk about aftermath of your Kuya, and of course the demonstration you held, that is a Chefan demonstration. Yeah. And then as some high-profile men of this region, both businessmen and politicians who are being sabotaged in a way. And so let's start off the conversation with the very first one. What do you guys mean by attack on Nananom? And you even added Menshia.
Okay, thank you very much. Uncle Dave, before I begin with that, let me apologize on behalf of my other colleagues, that is the executive who were supposed to join me here. Some are granting radio interviews and others, and some have to also report at their workplace before they come. Uncle Dave, over the years, Nananom have been part of our development. You know, from 1935, Ashanti was an independent state. A lot of things you see today, our big houses we see from Asafo to Ashtown, all these things are not by any government. It is by the effort of Nananom. For instance, let me tell you one secondary school, Asantemai Secondary School. It was called Aya Secondary School, Asante Youth Association. Through the effort of Nananom and the youth of the region, we built that school. So Nananom have been part of our development. In fact, if you may recall, Achiame Hinebafu Akoto even was fighting for federalism. It has to take the youth of Asante, that is Aya, Asu, and other groups, even to sit with him and plead with him that the multi-party system, under the multi-party system, we have the local government system, and it's also similar to the federalism. So you see, over the years, Nananom has been fighting for this region. That is why when a government is bringing school, a government is bringing any development, Nananom offered their lands to them free of charge. Okay? And it's as a result of some of these facilities we have on their lands that today KMA can go out and take taxes from people. All these markets, all these areas were given to them free of charge. So even in the wisdom of those people who brought the local government system to be, in the enactment, you can clearly see that there is a quota for Nananom. That is what we call the local content. We are amazed. As the city is growing, there was a need, and the government of the day saw the need that we need to have other assemblies out of KMA so that development can be given to the people on a speed manner. So if so, and we are having a greater Kumasi, and the old KMA, we used to have, Nananom used to have 5 representatives. Why is it that as we are growing,
was it 5 or 6?
5. Nananom used to have 5 representatives. So if today the thing has grown and we are moving on, you don't review to the disadvantage of Nananom.
Okay, so but
once the political appointees, for them, increase it.
Okay, so what we know is that Nana Bantamahini raised concerns during the ceremony where they were bringing in these new assembly members who've been voted for, and it came to light that Nana mentioned this, and the mayor Osei explained what it was. That like you started by saying it has to do with the creation of new assemblies, and so when they were together, Nananum had their representation there. 6 to me 6.
You have even added one.
So now now that they had new assemblies, what happened? Per each assembly, Nananum has representation there. Wherein lies the reduction of representation of Nananum? And again, we have spoken to local governance experts who have said that, listen, if we think that there's need to add more, that is a conversation we can have, but nobody has reduced anything from what originally pertained. So where from this?
Well, that is the problem we have with these so-called local government.
Those are so-called.
No.
That's who they are.
But I believe your platform will engage a very professional local government expert. So I will not have qualms with you on that. But I believe that particular person you spoke to should have delved into issues very well. As I speak to you, the norm is that, Akuetteh, are you with me?
I'm with you.
The norm is that KMA or the other assemblies, the municipal assemblies created out from KMA, will officially write to Menshia, okay? And then Menshia will then bring their reps. You don't sit somewhere and think that there is a Ohima somewhere.
So who decides the number of representation that Nananum would have?
It is there. It is enshrined, as you said.
These are conventions, aren't they?
No, but conventions and norms are part of our system.
So you don't sit down and say that.
No. Are you saying in this country conventions are not being used?
I'm not saying so.
Good. But I've even quoted to you that even the local government system recognize that. So it's not even a convention. But even if it's a convention, conventions and some of these things, norms are part of our system. You get it? You get me?
I'm listening.
Good. So what you do, and that has always been the procedure. When it was KMA would then write through the regional minister to Kumasi Traditional Council. That is to Menshia, okay? Then Nananum will sit down and decide that this and this and this Obimpo should go there per their background. Let me tell you, these are our chiefs, you see them. These are Obimpo, you see them. Some are engineers, some are lawyers, some are local government experts. They are not just anonymous, you see. These are scholars. Let me tell you, Manwe Hine, he's a physician. If you take Apejahine, he's a professional architect. So Nananum will sit down.
So for Kuya, what do you want? What do you expect when it comes to representation in local government?
We believe that the government of the day did not follow the norms, and that it has been reviewed against to the disadvantage of Nananum, and that was what Bantamahini said. And as a root of Kumasi, and of course Bantamahini being the country of Kumasi, we stand with him, we support him, and we believe that as quickly as possible there should be a review, and that the representation should not be reviewed to the disadvantage, because if the government appointees per the greater Kumasi will have, the numbers will be increased, then so as Nananum should also have the same thing.
Let's say, even if the numbers are not increased, would you say that representation you have, that individual, that chief, cannot really do a good job?
You see, why do we sometimes say the majority will have, the minority will have their say and the majority will have their way? Okay, numbers counts. Numbers counts. In our can adage we say Tikron Kojina. So if we have about 5 of our traditional chiefs at KMA, and then we have at least 2-3 at the other municipal assembly carved out from KMA, at least Nananum having their reps there can even think of an issue, okay? And if matters, there is a need for them to bring even these politicians or the appointees there, Nananum can stamp their authority. But if he's only one, okay,
If he's one, he might not necessarily vote, but if he's one and he's revered and respected based on his role and who he is in there, I'm sure that he would have
their numbers will have certain level of authority there. Their numbers will have certain level of authority there. Like, let me tell you, let's do some practical example, like as Oforikun, right? If Oforikun is to have Amekomhene there, Asafohene there, and then which one very close, Bomso, okay? At least most of the government appointees are coming from these towns, okay? And they know that this is my traditional leader. So if an issue crops up and the controversy is between somebody from Bomso, the person will just look at, because the Bomso will just look at the person and seeing him as his traditional leader will even solve the issue. But if, for instance, the one who is creating the problem is from Bomso and that the rep is from Amekom, you see, but that person is still a traditional leader. He's still a traditional leader. But let me tell you, your father can stamp his authority. You see your father, sometimes you will be misbehaving. Someone's father will come around, you will not listen to him, but as soon as you see your father, you keep quiet. That is the spirit.
Let's move on and talk about the development concerns you have. That Kumasi is not developing at a fast pace. We're lacking behind in so many things, which of course prompted your attempt to have a demonstration somewhere last year. Well, that demonstration did not really come off because you were prevented from demonstrating. Only you went to Menchia and you presented a petition to Menchia, right?
Yes.
And you say after that attempted demonstration, what has happened?
Uncle Dave, you remember some time ago I sent you a message. Let me take this opportunity and salute you and your team. In fact, it is very difficult to be in this region fighting for development, and it's very difficult to be in this region and you stand on your principles. Okay? Yesterday, someone told me that TK, the truth deserves the gun. And it is true. And the quote is true. Okay? It is not the fault of our people. Okay? It's as a result of something that has happened some time ago. Okay? That this region, we have chosen party color over development. You get my point? Even people who will be championing the cause of the very good people who will come to you Nicodemously and tell you that TK, why you people have kept quiet. Remember, I'm also the General Secretary of Ashanti Youth Association. And people will call you and say, Aya was very active during NDC time. You are not talking. Because you are an MPP person, because you contested for MPP national organizer, okay, you come out and speak for the people, and the very people will also call you and say, oh, this is why you have to cool down. The very people you become a victim. That is what is happening to our members.
As Kuya members, what do you think is causing the lack of development in our region?
I believe that is political leadership. It's political leadership. And also the mindset of our people, because as I told you, past regimes, this region went through trying times. Businessmen in this region, political personalities in this region went through hard times. So when the UP tradition at a point in time were able to organize themselves and came out with the new patriotic party, the people of this region saw and owned the party. Okay, so for them, the new patriotic party is their bona fide property. And strategically, politicians have also sat down and see that, look, these people, they love this party so much. So when we want to propagate our own agenda, let us use it, pass it through the party. And that is all. Let me tell you, why Greater Accra and other regions are fast developing. You know, Tamale is also developing speedily. Tamale is developing speedily. Is that, look, those areas, few seats are safe seats for MPP and NDC. If you go to Accra, few seats are safe seats for MPP and NDC. The main Accra township, those seats there are swing seats. If you misbehave, if you don't think about the people, they vote against you. Your party will bring you, but the very good people reject you. But here, you only need to go through primaries, MPP primaries. That is all. And you are an MP. That is the reality. Let us be very sincere to ourselves. That is why we are still lacking behind. Because I don't see why we have Deputy Speaker of Parliament, we have a majority leader, okay, and a still politician from our region. We have a very good regional minister. Check from his vetting how he articulated his issues, the vision he had for the region. Why can't he do it? We have a very dynamic party regional chairman, very strong regional chairman, very popular one. Why can't they do something? But they feel that, look, this is the mindset of our people. As for MPP, somebody even told me that, as for MPP, if you bring a goat and you hang the MPP color around the neck, so how will a goat give you? How will a goat give you development? So the problem is that it is our political hierarchy, it is the mindset of our own people, and again, a very institution that is killing the development of this region. It's also the media, the type of media we have in this region. Most of you media men have become a victim of circumstances because you are chopping the cost. I was telling somebody that, look, if you want to go tribal, David Akuetteh is not from our region. Those journalists who are from our region, very big names, Nana Jimai, whatever names, do they chop the cost of this region? Because look, they are not journalists. They are journalists sitting at the console, having party card in their pocket.
Well, I'm not from this region, but I love this region, and I love development not for this region, but
that's
for the country.
That's why I gave you the explanation. That's why I gave you the explanation of Kuya. What Kuya stands for. So because you live in the spirit of Asante.
You sent a petition to Mensia talking about the lack of development in this region. Have you had any response from Nanano?
Yes, a very good response. Sometimes, as we say in our Kan language, that akukon tu bedwam. Okay, there are a number of things we cannot say it here. Okay, even when I was
when I was walking into your studio, a call came.
This concerns that we have raised, where the rep of Nanan had been reviewed against them. I'm telling you, something will change. That is why I said, look, Asante talk with authority, not the expert, local government expert ideas. We talk with authority.
But we haven't seen much. If you're saying that Nananum has responded, yes, we've heard from government that this year is a year of roads and all that. So we're hoping that roads in Kumasi will be tackled and fixed. But we aside from that, we're not seeing much. I mean,
we are not seeing much, and I have told you why we are not seeing much.
But if you say that you've had response from
yes,
I was hoping that the response would have been that they might have consulted and some positive things will be coming through.
Nananum find themselves, to me, in a very difficult situation. Okay, I'm telling you, it's because today groups like Kuya, Aya, we are very strong. We are talking.
Are you really recognized?
Yes, we are. Oh, why not? Why not? If they don't feel the pressure, why would they go to court through the police to abort our demonstration? If I'm to tell you the heat that has been coming to some of us, they feel the pressure. Okay. And we are recognized as also at Mensia. Okay, Aya is something with Mensia, Kuya is something with Mensia, and Mensia gives us the needed respect, full respect. Okay, and the politicians, they also know, David, they also know. That is why I said, if they are not feeling the heat, they won't go to court through the police to abort our demonstration. But you see, the problem is that if you say you are not seeing a lot from Nananum find themselves in a very difficult situation. I've told you the mindset of our people. It is gradual. That is why we said in our press statement that we are going to do series of education. And I thank God that a lot of people are now seeing what we are talking about. A lot of people are now seeing, we have a platform called Kumasi Parliament, and you'll be marveled. So when we started this parliament, sometimes you see the mindset of our people, but now people are day in and day out, because every day we grow a little bit, and as we grow a little bit, we get a little bit wiser. Okay, and Nananum, you don't see much from Nananum because they saw the mindset of their people. It is because today Kuya and Aya people are up and doing. That is why today even Nananum can freely say their mind, because at a point in time, a chief or a Bumpon will say his mind, and these political hawks will even attack the person. You get me? They will sponsor serial callers to even run insult. But today you cannot do it.
Listeners, you've heard him. He didn't come in early because he was on the phone lines, granting interviews and all that, but you've heard him speak. What do you make of what he's saying? You agree with him, especially in terms of the lack of development in the region and reasons he has a line for it? Well, give us a call now on 03220-83596. 03220-83596. He's the chairman for KUYA, that is the Kumasi Youth Association. And he said, well, they intend to embark on a series of education to what? Enlighten people
The need for us to ask for development.
To ask for development.
The need for us to hold ourselves together. Okay. The need to press home for our share of the national cake, devoid of irrespective for any political party in power.
Okay.
As I sit here, Dave, you know my political color.
Hold on for me. Let me speak to Kalusha, who's been on the line for some time now. Good morning, Kalusha.
Dave, good morning, and good morning to your guests in there. David, excellent. The whole Asante mind need to sit down and clap for these people. I mean, they are in for development. Nothing more, nothing less. David, if you don't ask for it, you won't get it. And that's exactly what they are doing. If you are in Kumasi and you see the way Kumasi is, and you are happy for that, then I believe that you don't love Kumasi. You don't like Kumasi. Some of us, at least, our parents are here. They have, buildings here. And most definitely, we are Shanties. So this guy, I pray for him. And I pray for the whole, Okuya people, for them to champion this cause. And I tell you, David, within a matter of few months, a year, you will see where Ashanti will be. I hope they will achieve what they want. They are powerful. Ashanti people are powerful in Ghana. When these people speak, I tell you what, things will be right. I wish them well, and I hope they will get it. I wish I'm part of them, and I'll look for them and be a member. Good morning, David.
Good morning to you, Kalusha. Sheriff is on the line. Good morning, sir.
David, morning. The guy is speaking so well, but he didn't start well by saying those so-called
local governance experts. We brought his attention to it. He withdrew it.
Yes, you have to let me respect that. It's not nice at all for him to say that. He's speaking well, but to start it from that way, the so-called local experts, no, come on. You have to let me respect. It's not nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. Nana Kweku.
My brother, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm very well, Nana.
Let me pull your legs just a little bit. When you go to your own My Jaw online, and then the one you took off, which yesterday I had an argument with you that number needs to be toyed with. Per minute, you are receiving 200 prank calls. And I'm repeating, that number need not be toyed with. It's only for emergency. That's just by the way. Now, what this guy is saying, you see, last year I listened to him and I contributed, and I'm still saying this. Void of all this MPP, NDC, CPP, let us take all these political parties out. Let us all stop the idea of if you put a quote here, MPP will vote for no. He wants people from Ashanti region to be part of it. If he wants people to be part of it, let's take all political colors out. Look, come to Ashtown. Go to Edu. People are sitting by the roadside selling, and yet their gutter right in front of them is dirty. Let us start. If he wants to get it, before the whole of this political people, gather people around. Let's start cleaning our streets. Let us all, you should start going to all radio stations, advocating the people in front of your own house, your street. Start cleaning them. Now, when those things are done, probably you get one or two youth, you go to from where you used to be, Abakum, that children's park. Look at the state of it. You can gather with the youth here, we can go there, just gather, paint the place, Ashanti youth, we are developing in this place. Wouldn't you get support from everyone, before the whole political colors? But if you come and sit on radio, MPP, NDC, and you are going to lose people who have had to support Ashanti.
Nana Kweku, grateful as always for your time. Patrick, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Yeah, please, I just want to share my view on this group.
Please go ahead.
It is very important to come out to form a group to talk about developmental issues, you understand? Then we must focus on our core reason for forming the group, you understand? If it is about development, you focus about development. But I see this group as a tribalistic group You understand? If all tribals come out to agitate, do you know what will happen to this country? If it's about development, because when Ashanti region, there are a lot of bad roads, there are a lot of undevelopmental projects that will be halted. You can focus on that. But in the streets where you say you stick to a particular group, it's a recipe for disaster. It's about development. Focus about development. And if we can support, we can support. But if that has to do with politics and tribalism, we should be free from that. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much. That was Patrick there. Felix, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, Dave.
Yes, sir.
This slow developing of Ashanti mine, to my personal analysis, it's cutting across three stakeholders. Look, let's come to the political side of our nation or of this region, and then let's come to the traditional side, and then we, the people living in Ashanti region. Look, someone will just drink water and put it on the street. Go to Dr. Mensah. The place is thinking. It is our making. You go and say it, and people will turn against you. They will tag you to be an NDC member. We voted for MPP for decades. And how is Ashanti going? We are retrogressing. Come to the demarcation of our land. The chiefs, they will sell land to people. Even where there's waterlogged, where it's a waterlogged area, it will be sold to people. Instead of the town council, we have land resource management in this region. Instead of them to be given the opportunity that where it has been allocated for roads, where it has been allocated for different purposes, all those places have been sold to people to build mansions on it. And we expect Ashanti mine to grow as it's supposed to. In fact, we are all part of the slow movement of Ashanti mine.
I hear you there, Felix. Thank you very much.
Let's all partake in the developing of Ashanti mine, and it will be, to our own advantage. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you too, sir, Felix there. Osame, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. Yeah, I would like to contribute to the...
You're on air. Please go ahead. Let's hear your thoughts on the issue.
Yeah. I think the guy has a point at the studio. But looking at the way and the tone he is talking, everybody listening to him will best understand that maybe he has something against the politicians. Ashanti region is lacking in terms of development. But we know that the current government is doing very well to lift us up. But I will entreat Nananum to also do the little that they can do to help the Ashanti man, will also complement the effort of the government. And if the guy in the studio will take an initiative, like the guy was saying, with his group, they will organize clean-up exercises and those things. Everybody will see that maybe you mean business. So if anything, we will come and support you, but not to, talk harshly on leaders.
Osame, thank you very much. And let's now speak to Kofi by Juniba.
Bruni.
Brother Kofi, good morning.
Good morning, Bruni. What to say?
Yamiadum, me here.
Yo. If I hear people complaining that Nananum are not doing enough, I say to myself, are these people, do they reason? This is what I ask myself. Do they reason? These are the very people who call themselves, I am MPP, I am NDC. And so all that they know about is that they don't care what the person that they are going to do for the people of Ashanti, and for that matter, Ashanti as a whole, as a region. They don't care. Look at KJTR project. Otunfo and Kufuado, they have cut the sword for the commencement of the second phase of KJTR project. But look at what is happening. The same people, they don't want to go to the completed KJTR.
There are challenges, and those challenges are being ironed out. We've been told, Kofi, hold on. We've been told that this month they would move, demolition would take place, and second phase will start.
What necessitated that challenges? It is because of political power. Me Ashanti region minister, me KMA boss, I will not allow this, I will not allow that. And people are quiet because it is our party. And they tend to blame Nananum for what reason?
I hear you. Kofi Bajun about there. Let's speak to political thinker who is also on the line now. Political thinker, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Please, I think it's time for us to take it upon ourselves because as everybody knows that the politicians are not ready. So please, we have to draw the scale of preference for Ashanti region because for every politician to come and follow, either it's NDC or NDC, we have to get the scale of preference for Ashanti region because if we didn't do that ourselves and give it to them that this is the line that we want our region to be ruled, unless they will just do, they will twist us, and at the end of the day, we will realize that we are inside the drain. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, political thinker there. God indeed save us all. We love this country, and we want the very best for this country. Christoph, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. I trust all is well.
God is watching my back. I'm well.
Good. I want to greet the president, His Excellency Nanado Akufo-Addo. He's in town. Yesterday we launched the cathedral fundraising at Bantama Pentecost. His Excellency, you highly welcome to Kumasi. And I believe he's doing the listening. And so it is true that Kumasi, for that matter, Ashanti region, we are far behind development as compared to Accra. The next city after Accra is Kumasi. But I think that past government and successive government have not been too fair to us here in the Ashanti region. And I believe that this is a wake-up call. Let's all come together and develop Kumasi. Because, look, a time is coming where Kumasi will take over from Accra. And so whatever we have to do, authorities, the chiefs, our people, let's all come together. Because everything centers in Accra, no decentralization. And so if people are dissatisfied and they are arguing about it, let's all support. As far as we are all here, this is our home. Whether I'm from the north, I'm from anywhere, this is where I'm working. And so things have to go well here for me. And that's what my brother said, Kalusha. Because we are all here now, here is our home. And so we have to do it so that we make sure Ashanti region will take its good clothes and wear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Christoph.
Balangudo, before you take the voice note, let me sound this thing. Look, there's an issue we are talking about. People should forget about the technicalities and talk about the issue and stop talking about the tone. Let me tell you.
But sometimes
no. I'm on it.
We are all on it. Hold on for me.
No, please.
Hold on.
I've not said anything.
Will you listen to me?
I've not said anything that is very bad here.
No. So you began by saying that it's so cold.
Yes.
And I told you that.
The so-called part. Look, it's so-called an insult.
It depends on the tone.
You know why? Let me, please.
If you don't allow me, I will moderate. Allow me to moderate.
I will. But let me cite one example.
If you say you will and you're still going, you're not allowed.
No.
So hold on.
Yes.
Thank you very much, TK. Listen, this is radio. Good. And this is Love FM.
Good.
So some words, some statements we don't allow here, and you know it. TK, you are very much aware of this.
Good.
So that is why when you said it's so cold, I said, hold on. I came in, I told you I was not comfortable with it. And I was happy when you retracted somewhat. So don't go there again. People have raised concerns about the tone. Accept it in good faith. And if you said they should talk about technicalities and issues, fine. But the tone, I myself was not comfortable with it.
Good.
Then let's go there.
Good.
Thank you very much. Let's move to the listeners right now.
You have not been fair. Let me end.
I'll give you time to wrap up. Thank you very much. Let's move to our listeners. Some of the voice notes we have that has come through right now.
Hello, Dave. Good morning. This is George from KMS. Dave, we need no suits here to inform us that Kumasi is indeed underdeveloped. Look at the state of our roads. Even the major towns in Kumasi. Look at the state of the roads. So bad. Look at the degree of stench we are exposed to, even in our bigger market areas. Look at central marketing. Look at the amount of filth around Kumasi and its environs. So bad. When it rains, when we get to rainy season, I think you people in the media even report it better. How many casualties do we report every year? So bad. Things just need to improve, Dave.
Too bad, things need to improve, and that is why we're here talking about it all. We pray that we see some improvement in terms of development here in the region. Take a listen to this other one.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Edujan P. James. Yes, concerning Kumasi, my brother, I can send you pictures right now. Anytime that I'm walking within Kumasi, especially the new KGTR area now, I become shocked. I ask myself, what is the KMA boss and the Ashanti regional minister still doing at their offices or in their offices? I think they are one of the useless appointees of this current government. Kumasi is dirty, KGTR is dirty, and I think it's a deliberate attempt to disgrace our king. The place is too dirty to the extent that I wonder how they survive, how they themselves as leaders wake up every morning, take their bath and go and sit at their office doing nothing, leaving market women to hawk in the middle of the road. What an absurdity. This is Ashanti Kingdom, not any other place. But Kumasi is being deteriorated. A time will come, stores will take over the entire place, and we won't get anywhere to place our foot. This is a disgrace. We can't build a nation like that.
Indeed, we can't do that to the nation and of course to this very region. So TK, let me give you a minute so we wrap up our conversation.
Yeah, I could have let me apologize to your listeners using the word so-called, but I did not mean it. But what I wanted to say is that, you see, the problem we have in this country is that those technocrats are also some of our problems. You solicit a technocrat idea and you can clearly differentiate or just look through the idea and you see that he is coming from a political point. Okay, I believe that we need to be sincere to ourselves as technocrats. That is why I use that word. But if it's very offensive, I believe listeners should pardon me. Again, the gentleman who said we are too tribalistic, maybe he doesn't follow us, and he did not even also listen to what I said about Kuya.
Maybe he missed the initial stage
our organizer is Ibrahim, a Gonja guy. As I sit here, I'm married to an Infante. So look, for us as people, what binds us are more than things that divide us. We are talking about
all you're looking for is development.
All what we are looking
for
very
is
development.
Thank you very much, TK. He's the chairman for Kuya, that is the Kumasi Youth Association. And you heard earlier Nana Jesse also read out their press release that came out yesterday. Now, the mouth-watering fragrance of lily rice, is irresistible and keeps attracting neighbors when cooked. It's a Friday, and I'm sure you'll be going out to start, shopping for the weekend. So listen, when you step out and when you buy rice, you need to buy lily rice, because most families in Ghana use lily rice, and they enjoy it to the very max. Lily rice is the chef's choice simply because rice grains remain separated and fluffy, making it versatile for any rice dish you can imagine. Now, the favorite Ghana jollof from your favorite restaurant, and of course on Sundays your favorite joint where you enjoy your mutu, they all use lily rice in their preparation. Lily rice comes in different sizes and is available in a shop or supermarket near you. Now, when deciding on which rice to choose from, when you go to the market, simply choose Lily rice. Lily, tasty food, and of course, happy family. Thank you very much for tuning in to Love 99.5. We've got more for you because our Friday conversation, the relationship conversation, is coming up your way. Is life tougher for men than women? That's what we're asking. And that is coming up your way later on the show. TK,
we have about 5,000 books that, God willing, next month, Kuya will be sending it to various schools in Kumasi.
Okay.
And the gentleman will talk about we taking action. If he has not been following us, but let me tell him, last year we embarked the cleanup exercise where, in conjunction with KMA, last year we donated 5,000 books to cure me.
So you've done a lot of things.
So we've done a lot.
And so thank you very much, TK. And this has been Love in the Morning. Grateful for your time. But keep listening to Love 99.5. We've got more for you.
Well, I'm Muntaka Mubarak. It is good to keep fit. It is good to be healthy. And believe me, walking long distance, sweating will do a lot of good to all of us, especially after all this Christmas festivity. We've accumulated so much calorie. Come, let's burn it. Thank you.
The Love Affair Fitness Walk, Saturday, 1st February 2020 at the Kumasi City Mall, 6:30 a.m. sharp.
Crawl, walk and rest. Love Absa Walk. Some of us, we only stay back for the cocoa. Or maybe this year you serve us some in Pampa. Next year, this Saturday at the Kumasi City Mall, Love FM Absa Walk, all in red.
The Love FM Absa Bank Fitness Walk this Saturday, 6 a.m. sharp at the Kumasi City Mall. See ya.
Walk, walk, walk. Walk, 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 walk. Walk. Love Fitness Walk.
Walk.
Love Fitness Walk.
Walk.
Love Fitness Walk.
It's the start of a new decade and we've got to start right. And the only event that gives you the opportunity to begin right in good health is the Love and Absa Bank Fitness Walk. It's a new year and therefore we need new energy to brace up for all it brings. So then, come as friends, families, companies, pressure groups, cliques, associations, churches, paramilitary groups, etc. And let's burn some calories you accumulated during the festive season. There will be free health screening, tidbits and tutorials on healthy lifestyle. There will also be prizes for the best branded group, youngest walker, oldest walker, etc. Get ready for the selfies, refreshment from sponsors, networking opportunity, some brass band music and jammer experience, and loads of fun while you fit. Venue is the Kumasi City Mall, 6 a.m. sharp. Come, let's walk for good health while you change from Barclays to Absa Bank Ghana. Absa, bringing your possibilities to life. Supported by Puzimol. Soothe your pain.
Custodia GH Limited. We are experts in fabrication and installation of stainless steel balustrade, stainless gates and fence wall design, aluminium UPVC windows, burglar proof, glass and plastic canopies, frameless glass structure, frameless glass cubicle, frameless glass door, and all architectural metal works. We are giving discounts from now till 20th February 2020. Locate us at Asokore Mampong, near Kumasi Academy, opposite Garden City Special School. Call us on 0244-536-359.
Tradewinds Chemists are producers of Riddles cough syrup. It comes in 3 different types: Riddles Baby, Riddles Junior, and Riddles Adults. Effective for treating cough, cold, and catarrh. For pain tablet is effective for relieving you of any pain associated with headache, backache, and feverish conditions in adults. For pain syrup is for children. Trazol is a family dewormer for treating pinworm, whipworm, large round worm,